A woman who requires no audience to feel complete becomes the only presence the world cannot look away from. Welcome, wisdom seekers. In a world addicted to noise, true beauty is rarely loud. We live in a culture that has mistaken visibility for value. From the moment we open our eyes to the society around us, we are told that to be desirable, we must be seen. We are taught that allure is something you construct. It is sold to us as a posture, a carefully curated performance, a relentless bid for external validation. Most people spend the better part of their lives adjusting their tone, shrinking their truth, and curating their personalities just to earn a fleeting glance from a distracted world. Yet, every so often, a woman walks into the room who completely shatters that illusion. She is the Sigma female. She does not announce her arrival. She does not look around to see who is watching, nor does she adjust the temperature of her spirit to make insecure people comfortable. She moves with an understated, sovereign grace. She does not compete for the center of the room because she carries her own sanctuary wherever she goes. And yet, something strange happens. Without uttering a single boast, without wearing a mask, and without asking for permission, she draws the attention of everyone around her. People find themselves watching her, wondering about her, and trying to decipher the quiet strength radiating from her silence. The paradox is that the Sigma female is often the last person to realize how deeply magnetic she truly is. Because she measures her life by inner peace rather than external applause, she remains oblivious to the shockwaves her presence creates. She does not view her independence as a weapon, but to a world starved of authenticity, her existence is nothing short of breathtaking. Today, we journey into the hidden architecture of her soul. We unveil the subtle, undeniable truths that make the Sigma female far more captivating than she will ever realize. If this message resonates with the sacred, unspoken depths of your own journey, pause and subscribe to this sanctuary. Walk this path of quiet awakening with us. Before we step into these 9 revelations, I invite you to enter a deeper sanctuary created specifically for your evolution. Within our private Patreon community, we move beyond the surface. We explore exclusive spiritual teachings, intimate audio reflections, and sovereign practices that are shared nowhere else in the world. It is a quiet, sacred space built to nourish your solitude, strengthen your boundaries, and guide you as you claim your highest authority. Do not treat this merely as an invitation. Treat it as a deliberate, powerful commitment to your own peace. You can claim your place in our private circle through the link waiting in the description and the first pinned comment below. Step into the space that honors who you truly are. 1. The stillness that disarms chaos. The modern world is perpetually nervous. Watch any crowded room and you will witness an endless storm of anxious energy. People fidget, they interrupt. They rush to fill every pause with superficial chatter because silence terrifies them. In an ungrounded society, silence feels like emptiness. But to the Sigma female, silence is power. When a Sigma female enters an environment, she brings an anchor with her. She does not react to the frantic rhythms of others. While everyone else is performing, she remains completely still within herself. Her posture is relaxed, her breathing is deep, and her attention is deliberate. She does not rush to speak simply because there is an open space in conversation. She lets the silence hang. This stillness has an almost hypnotic effect on human psychology. When someone encounters a person who cannot be easily agitated, provoked, or rushed, their unconscious mind recognizes sovereignty. They realize that this woman cannot be manipulated through social panic. She does not absorb the chaotic energy thrown at her. She neutralizes it. Her stillness makes her captivating because it creates contrast. In a room full of noise, the quietest person becomes the most commanding figure. People find themselves leaning in closer to her, hoping to catch a glimpse of the peace that keeps her so undisturbed. She thinks she is merely observing, but to those caught in the storm of life, her calm is an irresistible oasis. 2. The unreadable, piercing gaze. There is a distinct difference between looking at someone and truly seeing them. Most social interactions are transactions between two masks. People smile with their lips while their eyes remain detached, constantly calculating their next move or seeking approval. The Sigma female does not participate in this theater. When she looks at you, her gaze is direct, steady, and entirely free of pretense. She does not look away out of submission, nor does she stare to intimidate. She simply observes. She possesses a rare, piercing depth in her eyes that seems to peel away superficial layers in seconds. Because she spends much of her life in contemplation, her perceptual awareness is extraordinarily sharp. She notices micro-expressions, shifts in posture, and the subtle dissonance between what a person says and what they actually feel. When her eyes meet yours, you immediately sense that you are dealing with a woman who cannot be lied to. This unreadable clarity makes her unforgettable. It is both thrilling and unsettling to be looked at by someone who sees the raw truth beneath your presentation. People spend days replaying their interactions with a Sigma female simply because her gaze made them feel seen in a way they have never experienced before. She never weaponizes her sight, yet her eyes linger in the memories of others like an unanswered riddle. 3. The sovereign grace of unavailability. One of the greatest psychological truths of human nature is that value is intrinsically tied to scarcity. What is available on demand to everyone is rarely cherished by anyone. Yet, in our hyper-connected world, people offer their time, attention, and emotions to anyone with an internet connection. The Sigma female is fundamentally unavailable. Her unavailability is not a manufactured dating game or a calculated manipulation tactic. It is an organic byproduct of how deeply she values her life. Her schedule is not dictated by social obligations she despises. Her energy is not accessible to casual acquaintances. If she does not feel an authentic connection, she does not engage. She is entirely comfortable saying no without offering a dozen rehearsed excuses. When she declines an invitation, she does so with quiet politeness and zero guilt. She does not feel the compulsive need to prove that she is busy. She simply protects her space. This sovereign distance drives people into fascination. When someone encounters a woman who cannot be bought with cheap charm, constant texting, or social status, her presence suddenly becomes the rarest currency in the room. When a Sigma female actually chooses to spend an hour with you, to answer your call, or to share her thoughts, you know without a doubt that you have earned something real. Her distance is not coldness. It is the velvet rope guarding a sacred temple. 4. Raw authenticity over polished approval. We live in an era where personalities are manufactured for consumption. People adopt trends, repeat scripted opinions, and laugh at jokes they do not find funny, all to avoid the discomfort of standing apart. The world is saturated with copies. The Sigma female is an original blueprint. She has long since abandoned the exhausting desire to be universally liked. She does not bend her core principles to appease the crowd, nor does she sugarcoat reality to win temporary allies. If a topic arises that contradicts her deep moral compass, she will not nod along to keep the peace. She will speak her truth with quiet conviction or maintain a powerful, eloquent silence. Her authenticity extends to how she presents herself to the world. She does not obsess over fleeting aesthetics designed to impress strangers. Her style, her cadence, and her lifestyle are outward reflections of her internal philosophy. There is no contradiction between who she is in private and who she is in public. To the discerning observer, This authenticity is intoxicating. It is extraordinarily rare to meet a human being who is not selling something, who does not need your flattery, and who refuses to pretend. Her unapologetic realness acts as a mirror, reflecting both the beauty and the insecurities of those around her. People cannot look away from her because she embodies the freedom they wish they had the courage to claim for themselves. If your soul is seeking the courage to step away from exhausting cycles and reclaim its quiet sovereignty, two life-altering guides are waiting for you. The power of her distance will teach you the art of high-value detachment, showing you how silence and strategic withdrawal heal your spirit and command effortless respect. Alongside it, choose yourself. Softly will gently guide you out of people-pleasing, teaching you to build unbreakable inner boundaries and return to your own sacred center. Both ebooks are available through the link in the description and the first pinned comment below. Make sure to claim the special gift waiting for you in the pinned comment as you begin this journey home to yourself. 5. The mystery of her sacred solitude. Most people treat solitude like a punishment. If they are left alone in a room without a screen or a companion, anxiety quickly sets in. They confuse being alone with being unloved. Because of this fear, they clutter their lives with superficial friendships, toxic relationships, and endless distractions just to escape their own minds. The Sigma female views her solitude as holy ground. Her alone time is not an absence of company, it is the presence of herself. In her solitude, she creates, reflects, heals, and reconnects with the divine intelligence within her. She does not just tolerate being by herself, she thrives in it. Her home is a sanctuary, her mind is a rich universe, and she is never bored in her own presence. When the world encounters a woman who is genuinely complete in her isolation, a profound curiosity is sparked. People wonder what she does behind closed doors. They wonder what thoughts occupy her mind and what secret world she is building in silence. Human nature yearns to unlock what is kept private. Because the Sigma female does not broadcast every meal, every emotion, and every milestone on social media, she remains an untouched mystery. She does not hide her life out of secrecy. She hides it out of reverence. That quiet mystery gives her an allure that no amount of loud self-promotion could ever replicate. 6. Effortless competence. Without the need for praise. There is a quiet magnificence in someone who is exceptionally skilled at what they do, yet feels zero impulse to brag about it. We are surrounded by individuals who demand a trophy for the bare minimum. They advertise their achievements before they have even finished the work. The Sigma female works in the shadows. She builds her skills, masters her craft, and resolves complex problems with understated precision. When a crisis strikes, she is the one who remains steady, analyzes the landscape, and executes the solution without drama. She does not demand applause when the job is done. She does not linger around waiting for a pat on the back. Once her mission is complete, she simply returns to her peace. This effortless competence projects an immense aura of authority. When a woman knows her capability so deeply that external praise adds nothing to her self-worth, she radiates an untouchable power. Men and women alike find this quality breathtakingly attractive. It signals emotional maturity, sharp intellect, and profound self-reliance. She does not look for a savior to navigate the complexities of life, because she is already the master of her own domain. Her capability is not loud or aggressive. It is graceful, poised, and utterly undeniable. 7. Words weighted with absolute truth. The average person speaks thousands of unnecessary words every single day. Conversations are often filled with gossip, complaints, superficial banter, and hollow promises. When language is used so carelessly, words lose their value. The Sigma female treats speech as a sacred instrument. She listens far more than she speaks. She sits back, takes in the entire room, weighs the motives behind the words being thrown around, and only speaks when she has something substantial to contribute. Because she speaks so sparingly, when her voice enters the room, everything shifts. People instinctively stop talking to listen. Her words are precise, thoughtful, and carry an unmistakable weight of clarity. She does not use 10 sentences when one will do. She avoids exaggerated drama and cuts straight to the heart of the matter with surgical grace. This intentional communication makes her profoundly captivating. In an age of endless noise, an articulate, measured woman is a revelation. When she speaks, her words linger in the minds of those who hear them for hours, sometimes years, after the conversation has ended. People crave her perspective because they know it has been forged in the deep fires of contemplation, not recycled from the morning headlines. 8. An immune system against superficial flattery. In a society built on superficial validation, flattery is the easiest currency to spend. Most people can be easily disarmed by a well-timed compliment, expensive gifts, or hollow admiration. Insecure egos are desperately hungry for approval, and they will compromise their standards just to keep the praise coming. The Sigma female possesses an impenetrable psychological immune system against flattery. She knows who she is. She has sat with her darkness, cultivated her light, and evaluated her own worth long before anyone else formed an opinion about her. Therefore, when someone showers her with generic compliments or attempts to win her favor with superficial charm, it has zero effect on her. She smiles politely, sees right through the agenda, and remains completely unmoved. She cannot be bought, she cannot be persuaded by superficial charm, and she cannot be manipulated through her ego. This immunity leaves people completely mesmerized. When an individual realizes that their usual tricks, charm, and social status have no power over a woman, she ceases to be just another person. She becomes a sovereign force. Because she does not accept counterfeit praise, when she genuinely smiles at someone or offers a rare, heartfelt compliment of her own, it carries astronomical value. Her validation cannot be demanded. It can only be earned through pure substance. 9. The soft boundary of sacred intimacy. Because the Sigma female carries such sharp boundaries and independent strength, the world often mistakes her for being completely invulnerable or cold. But this is the ultimate misunderstanding of her nature. Beneath her quiet fortress lies a heart of profound tenderness and breathtaking depth. The Sigma female is not emotionally unavailable. She is emotionally discerning. She understands that her empathy, her softness, and her loyalty are sacred gifts that would be destroyed if handed to careless hands. She does not give her heart away to satisfy loneliness. She guards it until she meets a soul capable of meeting her in the depths. When a Sigma female finally decides that you are safe, when she lets down her drawbridge and welcomes you into her inner sanctum, the transformation is unforgettable. Her intimacy is not shallow or routine. She loves with a fierce, quiet devotion that heals everything it touches. She listens to your unspoken pains, supports your highest purpose, and creates a refuge where you can completely put down your own armor. This duality, unshakable sovereignty on the outside and pure sacred warmth on the inside, is the highest pinnacle of female magnetism. She is not a prize to be won. She is a sanctuary to be honored. And once someone experiences the rare warmth of a Sigma female's inner world, no ordinary connection will ever satisfy them again. Wisdom seekers, take a deep breath and let these truths settle into your spirit. Real allure is never about performance. It is never about twisting your soul into a shape that fits a shallow world. The world will always whisper that you need to be louder, that you need to seek more attention, that you need to prove your worth to everyone you meet. The Sigma female stands as living proof that the highest power is self-possession. You do not need to chase what is already aligned with your destiny. You do not need to beg for a seat at tables where your depth is not understood. When you anchor yourself in your truth, when you honor your solitude, and when you fall in love with your own quiet presence, you become an unstoppable current. You become impossible to forget. Before you step back into your day, remember that our private Patreon circle is waiting to hold your highest growth. Step through the door, linked in the description and the first pinned comment, to join us for our exclusive teachings. And if your heart is ready to master the beauty of distance and self-reclamation, our 2 sacred books and your personal gift are waiting for you in the pinned comment below. Go peacefully, wisdom seekers. Walk with your head held high. Protect your sacred energy and never let the noise of the world dim the sovereign light within your soul.